So we apologize for the minor technical issues for the speakers online, and then we also had to cut you short. They're all very interesting presentations. We wish we had more time, but we are running short of time. So we will actually take about 10 minutes for the questions. If any of the audience online or here, if you have any questions, please mention the name of the speaker to whom you have a question, and then we have an opportunity for a Q&A session until 1:30. So the floor is open for questions, if any, please. Even online, if you have any questions, please raise your hand, a virtual hand, and then we can take questions from you as well. I guess everybody's hungry. Yeah, I think we have a question here.
So I am Pallavi Govekar from Bureau of Metrology. I have a question for Nandini for the coronal stress products you were showing. So Nandini, what are the climatology you use to calculate your anomaly? And the other question that I agree that you need a higher resolution data. So you talked about L4 data, you use L4, level 4 data. Have you tried using level 3 data instead?
No. And what is your first question, ma'am?
How did you, which climatology you use to calculate your anomalies? You use the OISST data for the
yes.
SST, but the climatology you
initially we did the base exercise with HADI SST1 in order to come to the which is what is the warmest quarter and the warmest month for that particular region, because they are not the same for all these regions because they are located at different latitudes. So with respect to that, when we got the lead from HADI SST1, then we matched up the same thing with OISST data with 1982 to 2018. So that has gone into our model to come up with the maximum monthly mean climatologies. We established it for the whole of the region. So that's why our model is a regional model.
What is the period?
1982 to 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so based on this data, the thermal thresholds and the bleaching thresholds have been calculated for each of the regions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked that question because if you are climatology, you are not including the recent data. You might be missing the.
Yes. That's why our work is ongoing, and in fact, what I showed as a part of this talk is a ongoing pursuit. So we need to append more data, because obviously your thresholds are going to rise up as well. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Professor Sengupta. Yeah.
Again, for Nandini, follow-up question. There are some mooring data there in the islands. Did you look at the mooring data?
Sir, mooring data?
Yes.
Yeah. Sir, here I would like to make one very basic assumption of this whole application very clear, that coral bleaching application with reference to SST, that basically runs with the assumption that we are going to confine ourselves to the skin depth radiance, which is coming from the ocean. And mooring data, on the contrary, as it goes into the more of depth, so then what happens is that we are having basically an understanding of the subskin and the depth, the bulk SST. That is more representative of these two SSTs as compared to the skin depth radiance. So for that reason, it is important that we should have the field or in situ data of SST coming from within 10 microns of the depth. So that is why mooring data, that can be a kind of understanding that what's happening in situ, but that will obviously go into more depths.
The corals don't live in 10 microns.
Sir, it is true. So that is why, in fact, in yesterday's talk, it was very well presented that we also need to bring into the understanding of bathymetry coming into picture, but we have not yet worked up to that much.
Thank you, Nandini. Any more questions?
We have one question online from William Skirving.
Yes, please. We can go for online speakers. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. I also have my question to Nandini. You mentioned that you'd like to have higher resolution SST. you realise that that has to be continuous as well. In other words, to answer